Live from the Business RadioX studio inside Renaissance Bank, the bank that specializes in understanding you. It's time for North Fulton Business Radio.
And hello again, everyone. Welcome to another edition of North Fulton Business Radio. I'm John Ray, and folks, we are broadcasting from inside Renaissance Bank in beautiful Alpharetta. And if you're tired of the mega banking experience, and you know what I mean if you're at one of those big banks, and you're looking for a bank that has all the advantages of size, has the resources you need for your business, they're safe and sound, well-managed, no trouble, but they're also small enough to deliver all their services in a personal way. That's quite a combination, and I think you'll find that combination at Renaissance Bank. I know you will, because I can speak to that from the experience of me and my clients that work with Renaissance. So if you're looking for a better banking relationship for your business, go to renaissancebank.com, find one of their local offices, and give them a call. I think you'll be glad you did. Renaissance Bank, understanding you, member FDIC. And we have got a studio full, and my heart's full because we've got some great folks from Lionheart School, Lionheart WORKS, and Lionheart Radio USA, and we're going to talk about all those entities, and we're going to start with Abigail Patel and Katie Manowski from Lionheart School.
Yes.
Yeah, Abigail, Katie, welcome.
Hi, John. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, we're just delighted to have you. So let's talk, for those that don't know about Lionheart School, let's talk a little bit about how you're serving folks there.
The Lionheart School is a school for students that need a specialized learning environment, and we help them with social and emotional needs in relating and communicating.
Terrific. And Lionheart's been around how long now?
Since 2000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Terrific. Talk about the I guess the why the mission is so important and what it does for students. Education is clear, but talk about the bigger picture.
Right. Education's definitely a part of it, and we do plenty of academics. But the bigger piece of it is the relationship piece, and helping students have a relationship with themselves and with their peers and with adults, and really just helping them have the right tools to interact with the world around them.
Yeah. And it's we need to shout out parents here, right?
Well,
let's do that while we're on the subject, okay? So because parents don't maybe have the support system that they need when they're blessed with young people, like we have here in the studio, right? So you
might have some differences.
Yeah, so you help.
Right. And so just connecting with the families and having a place for them to send their students where they know they are so loved and cherished. And our biggest pieces, like I said, are the relationship piece, and helping them have the tools to do that. Helping them with communication, not just verbal communication, but how to, express their feelings and their range of emotions.
Yeah.
And then also, of course, developmentally, knowing them like right where they are and meeting them there. And then just celebrating their individual differences, really. And so that's why some of the guys we brought to the studio today have an interest in technology and radio, and they've, blossomed in that way. And so celebrating those individual differences and making those the most important thing about them is a huge part of what we do.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think this is this Neurodiversity Month. I think I don't know if I got the name right. I think this month here, April 2023, and part of what I think the people don't realize is how the talents that those that are neurodiverse bring to the workplace. Let's just get there, right?
It's huge, right. I feel like some of the talents that I've gotten to see our students exhibit over the years are beyond anything that you and I might have.
Oh, absolutely.
And so just having those specialized strengths, and then my job and responsibility and what the parents are hoping we do is to just like call those out and celebrate them and help them grow.
Got
which
it.
is why we're here. So I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, absolutely. And just by the by, I read a stat this morning, coincidentally, that neurodiverse workers have a much higher loyalty than all other workers in the workplace, 90% retention rate. So employers out there, if you're tired of turnover, think long and hard.
That's right.
About an opportunity that exists with these individuals.
I had not heard that stat, but that is incredibly accurate, I would believe, and that does not surprise me.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Lionheart School has a Heart Reach class. Yes. So let's describe what that is.
So that is once our students get older, they become teenagers and young adults. Some of the gentlemen I brought with me from the school today are 17 to 20 years old. And so as they get to be about that age at the school program, we start incorporating job skills classes and things like that into their curriculum. And then we start doing jobs around the school, which some of them want to talk about today. And then we start volunteering in the community. We go on field trips and experiences even like this to kind of see what's out there in terms of opportunities for them. And basically, we're just trying to kind of give them a leg up as they start to cross the bridge from the school program into work and life and their next steps.
Okay. And you're a teacher in this program?
Yes.
Okay. And Katie, what about you?
So I am the vocational program coordinator at Lionheart WORKS.
Okay. Okay. At Lionheart WORKS.
Yes.
We'll get to that in a second.
There's
a lot to talk about here.
We're all a part of Lionheart Life Center.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Got it.
My guys would eventually move forward into the WORKS program and work with Katie and her staff.
Okay. Okay. I get it now. So the WORKS program kicks in after graduation, essentially.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Got it. Okay. If you tell me long enough, I'll figure it out.
You're doing great.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, let's talk about some of those job skills that you teach.
Yes.
And maybe also some of the needs that you might have, because this is a good place for businesses to plug in.
Right. So we, as soon as they're 14, we start talking to them about their interests and their strengths. Just like I mentioned earlier, that's such a big piece of what we do. And we start fine tuning those. And so like Davis, for example, who's here in the studio today, he's really talented with doing voices and characters, and he can reenact pretty much anything you can imagine that he's seen before.
I remember Davis from the last episode when y'all were in here before. I guess it's been 3 years, maybe 4 years, something like that. And I remember Davis. He had some voices. Davis, come on in.
What's up, everyone?
So here's what I remember, Davis. You had some sort of jungle voice, right?
Jungle voice?
Well, like a lion or something like that. Or didn't you have something that was pretty scary?
Can't remember what last time that was.
Well, okay. Well,
I'm sure he's got one.
Oh, I know he's got one because I know he's got a lot of them. But what are some of your favorites?
Well, I can do celebrities who play characters or actors from movies and shows.
Like, give me an example.
I think I can do Will Arnett, who played the Lego Batman character.
Okay. Give us a sample.
Okay. Relax, everybody. I'm here. I only work in black and sometimes very, very dark gray.
I love it. So what is it that you, what do you enjoy about doing voices like that?
I would say I like doing it because it's something what I'm good at and what I got. And, well, maybe because I learned from professionals, from movies and all that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. What is it you love most about Lionheart?
I would say voiceovers.
Mm-hmm. Being able to do voiceovers.
Yeah. Well, I'll be able to only do them on Tuesdays and just record them and just show them to the audience.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So can you do a quick voiceover for Business RadioX? Just say, let's just say, North Fulton Business Radio, the voice of business.
Voice of business?
Yeah, we're the voice of business.
Okay.
That's our tagline. I should have told you that.
Okay. Well, I'm already the voice of business for the record. Because I got my own business back where I do my own voices.
Okay, I'd rather hear that. Talk about that. You've got your own business where you do voices. Say more about that.
Okay, I got my own business. I do my own voices in my own office. And yeah, this is not like, if you might think if this is like from the show known as The Office, like Dunder Mifflin Paper Company. Uh-huh. But if I was one of the coworkers, I would have been Michael Scott.
So I get that. So people that need voiceovers, and there's a lot of that out there, you're happy to do that work.
Yep.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Terrific. Well, how about we turn to Garrison? Garrison, can we turn to you? You want to talk a little bit? Yeah. So let's get that mic in front of you though. Okay. So Garrison, how long have you been going to Lionheart? How long have you been at Lionheart?
It was like probably 2 years. Okay. Yes, 2 years.
About 2 years. Okay. And what's your favorite part of Lionheart?
Doing the job with graphic design with Ryan. I did it with Ryan.
So you do graphic design?
Yes.
Really? Say more about that.
I did the graphic design, like the polar bear what we made, and the other one we made was our own post, and we made the Lionheart 5K all together with Ryan. We did.
Oh wow! So the Lionheart 5K, like the posters and all that are promoting that event.
Yes,
that's awesome. So you're perfectly suited to be able to help businesses out there that need some graphic design work then.
Yes.
And social media post.
Yes.
That's awesome. That's awesome. What's your favorite part of doing that work, Garrison?
My favorite part is I did the newspaper to fold and put in the words I did and put in the wall.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Katie, you look like you got something to say.
So Garrison was talking about newspapers. We are partnered with Appen Media.
Uh-huh.
And we roll newspapers and deliver them to them.
Oh, okay. Awesome. That's a great partnership. Great folks. So Garrison, you said you've been at Lionheart for 2 years.
Yes.
And what do you like the most about Lionheart?
Helping students. They carry something heavy, and that's what I did.
Okay. That's cool. That's very cool. So, Marco, let's pull you in here. Can we do that? So Marco is, you've been, come on in here so we can get behind that mic. So, you're okay, Davis. So Marco, you have been at Lionheart how long?
3 years.
About 3 years. Okay. And what do you like about Lionheart?
I'm going on some different field trips.
Uh-huh. Okay. What are some of the field trips you've been on?
Works.
Okay. What's your favorite ones that come to mind? It's okay. You can say come in here. That would be one, right?
Yes, come in here.
Don't you love how I pulled that out of you? Yeah. I'm just shameless in that way. So, Marco, talk about your talents and the kind of jobs you like to do.
I like to do newspaper.
Newspaper. Okay.
And vending machine.
And vending machines. So tell me more about the vending machine part.
So we order snacks and then we put them in a vending machine.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay. So you restock the machines.
Yes.
And you keep track of how much got sold. Mm-hmm. What are the best-selling items in a vending machine? I mean, which ones do people like the most?
Probably like Skinny Pops.
Skinny Pops? Oh, is that like the popcorn?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's a little too skinny for me. What about candy? does the candy sell? Not really?
Nope.
Okay. Okay. I was hoping you'd say Reese's. That's kind of my favorite. So what's your favorite out of those vending machines?
Probably the Gummy Bears.
The gummy bears, that's a good favorite too. Yeah. Okay. So talk about what kind of job that you're looking for as you go along in your career.
Probably I'm going to Works.
Okay. Okay. So you're looking forward to being in the Lionheart WORKS program. Okay. We're going to talk more about that in a second. Okay. Great. Great. So we got to get to Ryan. Here comes Ryan. So Ryan has a phone that helps him communicate with us, right, Ryan?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Terrific. So how long have you been at Lionheart WORKS?
I've been at Lionheart for 7 or 8 years.
Really? Mm-hmm. Okay. Wow. And what is it that, I mean, you've kind of grown up with the school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool. So what is it about Lionheart that you like the most?
They show kindness.
They show kindness. That's about the best thing you could hope for, right? Is kindness. I love that. That's terrific. So talk about the job work that you're doing. Okay.
My job is at Lionheart. First, I'm a coding mentor to a kid named Corwin.
So you're a mentor.
I teach him how to code with blocks.
I'm sorry, I interrupted that. So you were a mentor.
Yeah.
Okay. To a young man that named, what was the name?
Kid.
Oh, a kid. Okay. There you go. So you were a mentor to a kid. Corwin. Okay. Shout out to Corwin. And y'all did coding.
Yeah.
Really? Wow. So talk about what are the kinds of things that, for people that don't know what that is, right? How do you use coding?
You use blocks to make character move.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, and these are in like phone apps, right?
Yeah.
Use coding, right? Mm-hmm. So the coding is a very important part of what people, even if they don't know that they're using the work you and others do, they when they use their phone, they're using that code, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Terrific. So what is it what are your goals in terms of the job or jobs that you'd like to train for and eventually get?
I like to have technology job.
A technology job. Okay, yeah. Cool. Well, you're in the right place. I think you know that, right? Because right here in Alpharetta, we've got a lot of technology companies, right? So that's pretty exciting that you're located here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Terrific. Terrific. So, Katie, let's talk about all four of these young men. Like how does it work for them to go from Lionheart WORKS and the Heart Reach class into, or Lionheart School and the Heart Reach class, I should say, into Lionheart WORKS? How does all that work?
Do you want me to jump in on that?
Okay, here comes,
Oh, thanks, Ryan.
Here comes Abigail.
So, It's really it's pretty individual when we decide when it's time for them to graduate from the school program and head over to Works. It's really a team and family decision.
Got it.
And so some of them might go as early as 18, and some of them might stay in the school and move over to Works when they're 22 is the last point that they would move over there. So it's really just, as they kind of tell us when they're ready and when they've fine-tuned some of their skills. So, So you've gotten to hear from all of them a little bit and gotten, to know some of their skills and things like that. So that's what we've spent the, years doing, is kind of building those up. And then once they transfer over to Works, it's really cool because we can give Works, then the school can give Works this wealth of knowledge about this individual and their strengths, and kind of be like, hey, Davis is ready for a job on a podcast, or Garrison's ready for graphic design, or Ryan's ready for a job with tech. So
yes, and it's really nice to have them come over to our training site on Wednesdays, and then also internal work sites that we have as well.
Yeah, that's terrific. I want Abigail, Katie, I want to hear from both of you on this, if you don't mind. This must give you just a lot of satisfaction to see. Not just these young men, but all your students, like kind of where they started when they first started at Lionheart to where they are today.
Yes, it's so neat to see.
Abigail's, folks, you can't see this, but she's looking around the room like a proud mom. So
that's how I feel. No, it's so true. I've known a lot of these guys. I've known Davis probably since he was 8 or 9, and Ryan too. So I'm so proud of them. And then I've had a few, several of mine graduate over the years. And then to now see them over at the Works program, it's always it's a proud moment, because
it's just so gratifying.
Yeah. And they're out in the community working, and it's just really neat. And I'm like, I remember when you had a hard time even doing, X, Y, and Z, and now look how far they've come. So it's just, the power of possibility is really, really cool.
And it's awesome. Wonderful to see their gratification in themselves and how proud they are.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Say more about your time at Lionheart and what you've seen over time, Katie.
Sure. So I work for Lionheart WORKS.
Yep.
We're a vocational program for young adults with autism and other neurodevelopmental differences. And we really focus on individualized, person-centered program. We want to prepare and support them in the workplace and give them sustainable work. It's been wonderful.
Yeah, so this is really meant to be a transition from the school to the workplace.
Yes.
Essentially, right? And to make sure that transition is successful for those individuals, right?
Yes, and we have a lot of individuals that come to us through other ways as well.
Oh, say more about that.
Yes. So we're not only open to the school, but we also accept individuals through GVRA.
Which is?
Supported employment.
GVRA?
Through the government.
Most people don't know, including me, don't know what that means. So what is GVRA?
So it's government assistance.
Okay.
With finding a job.
Got it. Okay. So you're providing a resource then, what I'm hearing, a resource for more than, you serve more than just those that have been through Lionheart School.
Yes.
Yeah, like Griffin and Mason that you'll meet in a minute, they did not come up through the school program. They came to us from outside in the community. So that's neat to see too.
Got it. Mm-hmm. So we're going to shuffle around here while we talk a little bit more to Katie. But Katie, talk about the different opportunities that exist at Lionheart WORKS.
Sure. We really start with the young adults' affinities. It's really getting to know them and what they like. Mm-hmm. And we offer internal work sites, including our Lionheart Radio USA.
Yeah.
So Mason, who you'll speak to, is very interested in being on the radio. And
awesome.
We have the Cottage, which is it is a place where they can go make items, including home decor, furniture. They get that retail experience, but they we have so many wonderful community partners, and they create internships. We do job site visits, and a lot of our young adults are employed out in the community.
Yeah, well, I know we can't shout them all out, but let's shout out a few of them, okay? A few of those businesses, and to at least give some businesses that aren't involved an idea on how they can be involved.
Sure. So we have Home Depot, Never Enough Time, Scent Towns.
Shout out to Gloria.
Yes. Yep.
Yep.
Nothing But Cakes. The list goes on and on.
Yep.
Got so many wonderful partners.
Yeah, that's awesome. So whether you're a small business or a big business like Home Depot, there's a lot of different ways to be involved.
Yes.
Right. And what about a business that says, hey, I don't exactly know what kind of roles I have, but can you help me with that? Is that a business that comes to you like that?
Sure. I think that we work with the businesses, and, the first thing we want to focus on is, do we have an individual that fills this need, that wants, has a desire to work in this field? But we're always open to talking to businesses and trying to find something for one of our wonderful young adults.
So talk about the particular fields that you're looking for businesses to plug in.
Sure. I mean, it really depends on the individual. We have some people that enjoy kind of more of the hardy work, the, farm work, lifting heavy items. And then we also have people who, enjoy bagging groceries, or, like Ryan said, more of the tech side.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it really varies.
So it's a wide range.
Yes.
And we've got some of these success stories here in the studio. But maybe talk about some others that aren't here, that success stories where you've seen where they started and where they are today.
Oh gosh, yes. I would say, I mean, when Abigail was speaking, one of her students, William, he has graduated to our WORKS program and is working at Never Enough Time.
Awesome.
And he is just thriving. He is a busboy, and he is his hours have grown.
That's great.
And he's just doing wonderful. His confidence, has just grown through and through.
That's right. And Never Enough Time has a loyal, hardworking employee.
Yes, they do.
That's right. I love that.
They sure do.
That's terrific. So one of the initiatives that's part of Lionheart WORKS is Lionheart Radio.
It is.
Okay.
And we have two of our wonderful job coaches here.
Where did you get these guys off the street?
Jimmy, you could probably.
I'm giving Jimmy a hard time. Yeah. So, Jimmy Moore and Michael Hessing are with us, folks, and they're the mentors for Lionheart Radio USA. Jimmy, welcome back.
It's good to be back.
Yeah, thank you, Michael.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, glad to have you both. So, I want each of you to talk about how you got involved in Lionheart Radio.
Well, I think we talked last time. I started Y Radio at the YMCA of Metro Atlanta. When I was trying to figure out how to get it going, I went over to Connecticut School of Broadcasting, and Michael jumped in and was, without Michael, I probably wouldn't be on the air today.
Okay.
And then when I retired from the Y, I asked them, could I take the radio station to Lionheart? And they said, of course. So we did that, and it's been a blast ever since. And thanks to Michael retired from Connecticut School of Broadcasting. And he came in, and now he's got all of his knowledge from teaching in the broadcast field, and it's been a great team.
Yeah, that's great. Michael, how long were you at the school?
I was with the school 10 years, and basically what our job was to show people how to get to speak on air, on radio and television.
Right.
We had a lot of folks that came in and had absolutely no experience. There was no real qualification for getting into the school other than a motivation to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've come across lots of students that had motivation, some that wanted to avoid college and just because they came out of high school and didn't want to go to college because it was too difficult. But lo and behold, what they didn't understand was that broadcasting can be just as hard as college, if not more. So what would happen
and
is
you burst their bubble, huh?
Yeah. Like, you want to go on the radio. No one wants to hear you drivel about your breakfast this morning. We want to hear something that an audience can get a benefit from.
Right.
So using those principles in teaching, and also I had an early radio career, but worked in television most of my career.
Mm-hmm.
What I wanted to bring to the school when I came here as a volunteer, first of all, I got very energetic about it, is to add something to the lives of these children and young adults that may not have had that before.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that, as you notice from this podcast, there are obstacles that some of these folks have to overcome. And I think the radio is a perfect opportunity for them to do it.
Mm.
It gives us a chance to maybe raise the bar a little bit and give them something to strive for beyond the daily routine. And when we have them come in, some of the things that come out during the actual shows are just incredible. I mean, you heard Ryan. Everybody comes on the air with a degree and a sense of humor, a degree of interest and sense of humor. And I've seen some of these guys, really open up and go from being very inward to very outward.
Mm-hmm.
And what's very gratifying about that is that they see radio as a tool.
Well, what's really funny is when they first started coming on the air,
you
couldn't hardly get them to speak.
And now you can't shut them up.
Now you can't shut them up. And it's great.
That's a good problem, right?
That's a great problem.
Yeah.
Well, you know as well as I know that radio people like the sound of their own voice. I mean, we always have. And it's just one of those things. You can hear people on the radio talking in the hallway. Oh, hello, how you doing? It's like, I don't know, how are you doing?
Stacks and stacks of wax and wax all day long.
Right. And they speak fast.
Yep.
Right.
And also the conversation is a lot about radio and what it does for them.
Yeah, of course. So talk about some of the skills that come out of that you're helping these young people prepare for in terms of a possible career there.
Well, the great thing is we have Katie and Abigail that help them think beforehand on a sheet of paper about what they're going to speak about. The thing about radio is that it's not just getting on the air and talking. It's getting on the air and saying something.
Mm-hmm.
And so when Griffin comes in, or Mason, or Davis in particular, or Garrison, Marco, Ryan, they have an idea of what they want to talk about. And they also have a song that they want to use to maybe exemplify what some of the things they said are.
Okay.
And, sometimes they might be talking about the Mario Brothers. Okay, for example. So what kind of song do you want today? The Mario Brothers theme song.
Yeah. So
we find a way to work that in when we're talking, and each one of them have learned how to sign on and off of radio. This is so-and-so with Lionheart Radio USA.
Sure.
And so we have them intro the song. You have a song for us today. Tell us about the song and why you picked it. And, yeah, well, today this is Ryan. We're going to play this song and then name the song. And you're listening to Lionheart Radio USA. So that's what we do to get them prepared.
Yeah.
There are one or two. I'm looking at one of them who never comes in prepared, but knows exactly what he's going to say, and that's our very own Griffin.
Griffin, you're pretty good with ad-lib, huh?
Yeah, I try to be.
Yeah, okay.
Now, he's the one with the lion voice.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, I got it mixed up. So you got to give it to us. Give your lion voice.
Let's run for it, folks.
Yeah, really. I think a lot of folks have dropped their phone now and on the run after hearing that. that's quite a talent you've got there, Griffin. So talk about like how did you develop that talent?
Honestly, it's just something I kept doing over the years. You know, I slowly, I did, and then I just kept getting better at it until one day I did it, and it sounded like the real thing. And it surprised even me the first time.
Did you? That would surprise me.
Practice makes perfect.
Yeah, for sure. So, but this is like an important skill in radio, right? I mean, not necessarily just a lion impression, but any ability to use your voice, right, is a real important skill, right?
I like to think it is, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So,
we really think that Griffin has some skills that we need to develop, and he could do really well in radio.
He's been doing voiceover for a lot of the commercials. He takes direction well. And
usually in one take.
Yeah, usually one take, sometimes more than one take, but generally he has a good knack for language and expression. So
like inflection or the voice or
why don't you brag a little bit more?
Yeah. Tell us about some of your work.
Let's see. I did a commercial for Lionheart Radio Dance. I don't know if we have a recording of that. Is that what you're pulling up, Mikey?
You want to
keep talking?
Why don't you give us a little live version of it? You don't have to remember the whole thing. Just tell us a little bit about what you said in that voiceover.
I think it was something like, "Time to put on your dancing shoes," and it was in "Dance the Night Away" with Lionheart Radio. With Lionheart Rage.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
And so anyone that needs a voiceover for a radio commercial or something like that, you're the guy.
Yeah. I also do voices like Davis, but I do like more like the villain voices or something like that. Things like that, it's just a fun little hobby of mine.
I'm almost afraid to ask, but to say, give us a villain, your favorite villain.
Time to cause a little havoc, mayhem on the AM dial, and for the shocking finale, a mighty wind to bring it on home. Ready to ignite when you are. I'll shock their world.
I can give you an example of one of his commercials if you want.
That was a Lek-Man from Mega Man NT Warrior.
Okay.
For those who didn't know.
Right. Wow. Okay. Cool.
Here's one of the commercials.
Yeah.
Put on your dancing shoes and get ready to party with Heart, the 23rd annual gala to benefit the Lionheart Life Center. Join us for live music, dinner, a live and silent auction on February 11th at the Hotel Avalon, beginning at 6:30. VIP cocktails served at 5:30. It's a heartfelt night you'll never forget, and your participation will greatly impact the lives of kids and young adults with autism and other developmental differences. Dance the night away at the 23rd annual Party with Heart at the Hotel Avalon, February 11th, beginning at 6:30. Black tie optional. You can even stay the night. For more information online, go to one.bitpal/partywithheart.
I love it. Okay, that's terrific. I love that. Yeah.
How many takes did that one take? Like 3?
No, 1.
Oh, 1.
You did it in one take.
He did it in one take.
Okay, I stand in awe. There's no way I could do that in one take.
He's got talent.
Yep, for sure.
So I'm told.
So, I think we heard it. So it's not it's not up for Griffin. It's not up for debate. We know it. So
okay.
Yeah, congratulations, man. That's awesome.
Hey, thanks. I try.
Yeah. So let's hear from Mason.
Yeah, ready.
So Mason, we're getting a mic over there in front of you. So Mason, you are you've been at Lionheart now for how long?
For 2 years.
For 2 years, okay. And you have what got you interested in radio?
I've seen a lot of good sports calls in my time.
You have? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And what is it that about, I mean, there's a lot of different ways you could plug in at Lionheart, But why did radio stand out for you?
Because it could help me achieve my dream of being a sportscaster.
You want to be a sportscaster?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay. So what sports do you like?
Basketball, football, soccer, hockey, and baseball.
Okay. And so you want to, do you want to do play-by-play or commentary? Or
Play-by-play.
Play-by-play. Okay. And what do you have a favorite team that you really like to watch or cover?
I don't play favorites.
You don't play favorites? Now, see, that's a great play-by-play guy. You don't play favorites, right? You've got to be even-handed to be a great play-by-play person, right? So you said basketball's your favorite.
Yes.
Okay. So
the Hawks and Celtics are playing in the best-of-7 first round right now.
Yes. And do you have any predictions on how that's going to turn out?
The two teams may be evenly matched, but only one team can win.
That's right. And I think that, unfortunately, the Celtics are up 2-0, I think, right?
Yeah, but the Hawks might make a comeback.
Yeah, that's right. Some
underdogs are known for their furious rallies, and you don't want to mess with a Hawk when he's angry.
That's true.
When a Hawk gets mad,
the
talents come out.
And they're coming back to play at home, right?
Right.
Yeah. So do you watch the games?
Yes.
And you watch them you're probably sitting there listening to the play-by-play and learning from that, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite play-by-play announcer?
No.
Not really?
Not really.
Okay. So is part of your role on Lionheart, do you report on the sports?
Yes.
Okay.
Every Wednesday.
So what kind of report is that? I mean, what do you talk about?
It's the Lionheart Radio Sports Report.
Okay. And let's see. Today is Thursday, so what did you talk about yesterday?
Sports.
Okay. Well, which teams did you talk about?
The Hawks and Celtics.
The Hawks and the Celtics? Okay.
Did you see the Braves last night?
I did not see the Braves last night. What happened?
The Padres got creamed 8-1.
The Padres got creamed 8-1. I love it when the Padres get creamed 8-1 by the Braves.
It's a score.
Yeah. So the Braves are fun to watch right now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the Yankees might not make the playoffs again.
Yeah, well, we're not big fans of the Yankees, are we?
No.
So these sports are a lot different, right? I mean, because basketball moves a lot faster than baseball.
Different sports.
Yeah, they move a lot. It moves a lot faster, right? So you kind of have to keep up with it a lot harder, right?
Right.
Yeah. That's a talent that I really admire. That's terrific. So, Jimmy, let's just talk about what happens on Lionheart Radio, and we want to make sure people know how to find it, right? But let's talk about some of the programming that you have.
Well, one thing is on Wednesday morning, obviously we have Lionheart Reach, and then our other students like Griffin and Mason come in, and it's a fun morning. It really is. It's a fun morning. The rest of the time, and a lot of people don't realize this, but it's if you like good music, we're on 24/7, 7 days a week. It's not just Wednesday morning.
Yeah.
So we're on full time, and we've got some of the best of classic rock, 70s, 80s, 90s, 60s, Carolina beach music, and it plays all the time. And then we throw in stories, like our last podcast we did with you is still playing, so we'll replace it with this one. And we have people come in, we interview from the businesses that they work at, and they talk about their work experience, as far as from an employer standpoint.
Okay.
And
so
we play these constantly.
Okay, cool. And so that's another skill that our guys here get to develop, is there a skill in interviewing them,
That's right? That's right.
Okay. I need to come over and get some pointers.
Well, we want you to come back.
Well, I'd love to come back, but I need to come back and go to school here. get taught a few things. I could learn a few things.
And I want to brag on Mason a little bit.
Please.
been accepted at Winthrop College, and
awesome.
We're encouraging him to get involved with the radio station at the school.
Okay, and Winthrop in South Carolina, I think, right? That's awesome, Mason. Congratulations. Yeah, look at you.
I do have a radio station there, and what I intend to do is possibly write a little reference for him so that the radio station manager might be able to incorporate him in their daily schedule.
Yeah, that would be great. That would be great. Terrific.
But it's LionheartRadioUSA.com.
Okay.
And then be sure and contact the school, LionheartSchool.com, and then LionheartWorks.com.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. And we have to let everyone know that it's okay to, like, if you want to give money. So I'm just going to shout that out. If something here has touched you and you'd like to give to any of these programs, you're able to do that, right, Katie?
Yes.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. Terrific. So, well, this has been great, and I can't. Y'all put a lift in my day, just like you did the last time you came in. So this will last a while for me. Good. So thank you.
Well, you come back over.
I look forward to that.
Come on a Wednesday morning.
Yeah, I will. We'll make that happen. I look forward to that. And but it's important to get the word out. And folks, again, if you're a business or just an individual that wants to support, there are ways to connect and get involved. So let's give those websites one more time, Jimmy.
It's LionheartRadioUSA.com. LionheartSchools.com and LionheartWorks.com.
Terrific.
And you can also find us on Facebook and Instagram.
There you go. So like and follow right there.
Yes.
Yeah, terrific. So I want to thank you again, all the folks from Lionheart, for being here. This has been fantastic. Such great work, and we're delighted that we could have you.
Thank you, John.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks, John.
Thank you. And folks, just as we walk out here, just a quick reminder that if you're looking for a better solution for your business in terms of your back office needs, if you've got administrative tasks or bookkeeping or some other issue where you need help so your business can run more effectively, give the folks at Office Angels a call. 770-442-9246. My friend, the chief executive angel at Office Angels, is Essie Escobedo, and she's fantastic. She does great work. I know that because they do work for me, and my business runs a lot better because of them. So if you need that kind of help, go to officeangels.us to learn more, or just give Essie a call, 770-442-9246. And as we close out, I thank you to our audience. With this, we've passed show number 650 of North Fulton Business Radio. We're about to celebrate our 7th anniversary, and we can only have done this because of you and your support. So thank you for your support. Keep sharing the show. Please share this show with those that you think might be interested. We'd be grateful to you for doing that. So for my guest, a great crowd from Lionheart School, Lionheart WORKS, Lionheart Radio, I'm John Ray. Join us next time here on North Fulton Business Radio.